In this lesson, we're going to look at graphing quadratic functions. And the way we're going to look at it is we're going to start by understanding how to find the intercepts of a quadratic function. And we're going to also use the intercepts to graph the function. Now, with a quadratic also, you have two intercepts. You have two axes. So here you will have sometimes two intercepts, or sometimes you may have three intercepts. Usually you have two X-intercepts and always one Y-intercept. So to get the intercept, we're going to solve the X-intercept. We're going to solve the equation when y equal to 0. And then for the Y-intercept, we're going to substitute x for 0 and get the value of y. So let's look at the X-intercept to begin with. X-intercept, we say x squared plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. And remember, our method here is that we're going to multiply the coefficient here, which is 1 and 2. So we're going to have 2, and then we're going to look at the factors of 1 and 2 that give us 3. So that's going to be x plus 1, then x plus 2 equal to 0. And when we have two expressions that have a product that equal to 0, we're going to take turns. X plus 1 equal to 0, and then x plus 2 equal to 0. So here x equal to -1, x equal to -2. And then for the Y-intercept, what we have here is we're just going to say y equal to 0 squared plus 3 times 0 plus 2. This is going to give us y equal to 2. So y is 2 is the Y-intercept. Now we have another quadratic function here. We're going to look at the X-intercept, and then we're going to look at the Y-intercept. If you're unsure how to factor or to find or to solve quadratic equations, there's another lesson that focuses exclusively on how to do that. So for the X-intercept, we have x squared minus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. So we're going to open up our parentheses here. This is going to give us x minus 6, x plus. So it's going to be x minus 6 and x plus 2. So now x minus 6 equal to 0, x plus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to -6, x equal to, x is positive 6, x is -2. Y-intercept, y equal to 0 squared minus 4 times 0 minus 12. So y is -12. So this is your Y-intercept, and these are your X-intercepts. Now we're going to use this intercept to actually draw the graph. So for the X-intercept, we say x squared minus x minus 6 equal to 0. And then let's look at the factors of this. This is x minus 3, x plus 2. So x minus 3 equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0. So x here equal to 3. X here equal to -2. And then Y-intercept, y equal to 0 squared minus 0 minus 6, which is -6. Now we're going to draw the graph of this equation. So the first thing we're going to do now is to plot the points once we have identified the intercept. So here we're told x equal to 3, x equal to -2, and then y-intercept is -6. So we're going to use a line to join all these points together. So now we join all the points together and you have what we call a parabola. And so here is one important thing to note. If the coefficient of x squared, so here, if it's greater than 0, the parabola or the graph opens upwards, but if the coefficient is less than 0, then the graph opens downwards. You can see that this is opening to look like a U. Now let's look at this equation here. We're going to look for the x-intercept. 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. And then for the y-intercept, that should be pretty easy. Y is 2 times 0 squared minus 5 times 0 plus 3. So here we're going to solve these. We're going to factor these, the left-hand side first, and then equate it to 0. So, like I said earlier, if you need help with understanding how to do this, there's a video that just focuses exclusively on factoring quadratic equations and also solving quadratic equations. So this is 2x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. So we have 2x, x minus 1, minus 3, x minus 1 equal to 0. So we have 2x minus 3, and then x minus 1 equal to 0. So then we have 2x minus 3 equal to 0, x minus 1 equal to 0, 2x equal to 3, so divide by 2, x is 3 over 2, and here x is 1. Now y-intercept, so here y equal to 3. Now we're going to plot these points on a graph. So here we're told that the x-intercepts are 1, this is 1, this is 2. So we have x-intercept here, and then we have 3 over 2. Let's put that right about here. And then our y-intercept is 3 right here. So the next thing we're going to do is join these points together. So when you join the points together, this is what your graph looks like. The coefficient of x squared is 2, so it should open upwards. As usual, you can use a ruler or any kind of a curved edge to kind of connect the points together. Finally, we're going to look at this graph. Here, we're going to look for the x-intercept, and we're going to look for the y-intercept. So, negative x squared plus 5x plus 14 equal to 0. And for y-intercept, we have negative 0 squared plus 5 times 0 plus 14. So y equal to 14. Now let's factor this. So this is going to give us negative x squared plus 7x minus 2x plus 14. So I'm going to have negative x here, x minus 7 minus 2, x minus 7 equal to 0. So we have x minus 7 minus x minus 2 equal to 0. So x minus 7 equal to 0, x equal to 7, minus x minus 2 equal to 0, minus x equal to 2, x equal to negative 2. So we have our intercepts, x equal to 7, x equal to minus 2, and y equal to 14. Now we're going to try to join these points together. So let's plot these points on the graph. So x equal to negative 2, x equal to 7, and y equal to 14. So now we're going to plot these graphs. We're going to join these points together to plot the graph. Important thing to know, if the coefficient of x squared is less than 0, the graph points downwards. So we can see the coefficient here is a negative number, so the graph has to point downwards. So when you join the points together, this is what your graph should look like. So if you use a graph paper or something with more consistent distance between the points, your graph will have this shape, but of course it will look a little bit different just because you have more consistency in your distance between the points.